What is good? Yeah, I had to drop through World Combat Sports, man. First of all, salute to the supporters that's always supporting and tuning in to World Combat Sports. I appreciate you. And also, those of you that support boxing in itself, man, it's fight week once again. So we definitely have to hear about the latest and greatest and the hot topics of boxing. One that's going pretty much all across social media right now is the call out. Vito Mielniki, you probably know him, he was fighting in high school. He called out Michael Williams Jr. Now, let me repeat myself. Vito, who's been fighting on TV, which I have no problem with Vito, but I am Team Williams Jr. So they should understand that and have no problem with it. Vito has been fighting on Showtime since he was in high school. I interviewed him twice and everything. But at this point in his career, he's coming off that one L, and then he came back and got a quick win. The story can only be told by his pops. You know what I'm saying? Because look, he called him out. A person that's on TV called out Michael Williams Jr., who's haven't had the stages Vito just yet, but he's sitting at a record of 18-0. He has way more experience than Vito Mielniki, right? And those of you that totally understand how Team Williams operate, if you call out 150, you're going to get the entire team. So right now, it's a back and forth verbal sparring that was going on social media. Michael Williams came on, said his piece, and it was just supposed to be between the fighters. Vito was making a statement about 150, boxing out of his garage, you know what I'm saying, getting knocked down. All of this, what we already know, people. We already know. We done seen it on video and everything. Even his pops had made a comment on 150. You know what I'm saying? He want to put up a ratio of his win to losses. So for me, it's only right that we hear the story from the team itself. Why? Because this fight is going to be bigger than what people think. Just like the energy that was brewing between Michael Williams Jr. and Devin Haney when he wanted that smoke. Well, Vito fight New Jersey, Michael Williams Jr. That's their nest and egg jersey. It's going to be a very nice reckoning in this weight class of a fighter that should be on a higher level and not even worry about a fighter like Michael Williams Jr. But that only tells you how much people are tuning in to see 150 come and play. You know what I'm saying? All the hard work his pop's been putting in is paying off right now. You know what I'm saying? He said this several years ago. And building up his son record, people was end up going to start calling, right? And that's what's going on. But you have to understand, Vito, if you come out there and you want to stick to the script with boxing and talk your trash, understand it's a different type of energy you're going to get from Team Williams, especially 300. That's just point blank. It's a different type of energy you're going to get, my brother. You know what I'm saying? You can say what you want. Mike has faced adversity just like you have. Your only loss is James Martin. But let's get one thing straight. And your only loss being James Martin, that was a fight you supposed to win. That was a fight you were supposed to win, big dog. A boxer who would fight next, Joey Spencer, after you, Vito. And Joey Spencer beat him. We're talking about the same boxer who has no knockouts. So for you to insinuate that 150 doesn't have a chin, or he's fighting out of his garage. What does that say about your loss that you just took about James Martin? It's not about how big and bulky you are. This ain't high school football no more. This ain't wrestling, bro. This is boxing. This is sweet science, period. If you understand it, you'll know how to respond correctly. Because this is not a deal where you're going to look at 150 and say, well, he ain't fought nobody, he ain't faced no adversity. That's just far from the truth, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's far from the truth. And I want everybody to tune into this fight that may potentially be going down at the end of the year. But we gotta see if Team Vito is up to the challenge, man. Are they gonna keep their word and fight Williams Jr.? Because look, 150 has a huge following that supersedes that of Vito, hands down. If you're talking about throwing this fight in Jersey, you don't have a bigger following and support system or fan base over there in Jersey than 150. You might well just calibrate that and chalk it up as a loss. The rest and how you're going to gain supporters is you need to step through the ropes and show up for the fight. You know, I know Team Williams is going to be there if the fight does happen. You know what I'm saying? You call them out and they accept it. So this is what we want to see, man. It ain't no ifs, ands, or buts, man. Look, y'all going to get enough for underestimating the boxing skills of 150. Y'all pretty much worried about where this man is fighting, who this man is fighting. But yet you're not even supporting and sponsoring, and you're not even paying attention to what he's going through in the fight. You know, Roy Jones Jr. trained. Let's get it straight. He is Roy Jones Jr. trained fighter, and he's learning every day. 18-0. He's constantly getting better. But see, he was never on TV in the high school. The man is only 22 years old now. 22 years old. He has a huge landscape ahead of him when it comes to this boxing game. But what cannot happen is people underestimate his boxing skills and talent and his toughness, because this is what we talk about all the time, right? We talk about a box of toughness. We get the Mexican fighters coming on here and they be knocking each other down like robots and shit, getting back up, and the crowd roaring and all that. Oh God, this is the fight we've been waiting on. Oh my God. This is what boxing needs. Let me get this banner down. I need for y'all to wake up. Andrew Charles on deck. Say, what's good, WCS? What's good with you? I need for y'all to wake up and support my man Mike. Especially with this fight. If it all goes down, signed, delivered. I need for y'all to be there and understand that y'all gonna get enough of saying someone's underrated, they sorry as a fighter, and you never showed up to any one of their fights. You never showed up to any one of their fights. One thing I would say all the time, and that his pops has did amazingly throughout his career, is build up his son to 18-0. If you're that young, why are you rushing it? There's no need to rush. So build up the record the right way. So when the calls start coming in, it'll be a reason for them calling. They say, damn, this fight at 18-0. They're doing something right. Because look, not to mention no names, it was a lot of people that was making it seem like it was A, B, C, D. It was easy as the alphabet, right? But then when you go out here to these shows and you end up taking your first L, you find out, God damn, I need to call up 300 and see can he, get on board with us. I need to see what he can do for my fighter. Because we couldn't even get to 10-0. We already took a loss. This early in your career, 10-0. You know, 150 started off boxing young too. You know what I'm saying? He started off young. He started off in the goddamn trenches, in the amateurs. He knows some of your big name fighters. You know what I'm saying? It's no secret. It's no secret. And you know something else is not a secret? That he can actually box. You know what I'm saying? It's no secret. What up, people? How y'all feeling, man? Can y'all
Bro,
hear
what's
me?
good, baby?
What's
Yeah, I
good,
can hear you
man?
real good.
So
Uh,
I heard the news, man. It's all over IG, bro. You know, the Vito Mielniki called y'all out and y'all accepted the challenge, man.
and they trying to run. They're trying to run, bro. So I think Big Vito messed up, man. So in boxing, you have to be careful on teams that you challenge or try to be on the bullshit with. Our team is one of those teams that you can't be on that bullshit with. You know what I'm saying? They called us um, like 3 weeks ago. Almost a month has been out
Yeah,
with a super duper great deal, Scotty. We said yes. Then we get a call. I get a call from Christy Martin. Christy Martin steps in because everybody, for people who don't know, Mike Jr. actually started with Christy Martin on her shows. So Christy came with another deal for the fight to be 10 rounds. We said yes to that too. That was a super dope deal. So now they saying that they don't want to fight us. You know what I'm saying? My thing is, why waste our time? You never call somebody out when you really don't want to fight. That's just stupid. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
absolutely.
But see, I, I can't wait to be face to face or even on one of these shows. Hopefully today. I don't know if he responded to you on that invite.
I
Vito
sent him the
tried to
link.
play us. He tried to play us, my brother. You see, when they called my son out to fight, they thought we was going to say no. And with that, if we would have said no, they were going to hold that in their back pocket. So if my son's name was to ever come up again, they would have said, "Oh, he doesn't want to fight us. We called him out. He don't want to fight." But we said yes. So Big Vito, he sat on his fat ass all night and he watched my son's videos on YouTube, on Instagram, on Facebook, and he said, "Nah, I don't think little Vito's ready for this one." But you
What
fucked
what
up.
what do you think made him discouraged, man? Because from what I understood, you know that he said y'all was boxing out of the garage. So a fighter that's boxing out of the garage, he been on PBC since high school, so he should be able to handle that, right? It should be that easy.
Man, look, here's the thing that was so funny about that. You can't come back and make fun of my son or disrespect the way we're coming up in the game when you wanted to fight us. You knew
Correct.
we was boxing in garages.
Yo, yeah,
Can you hear me, Scotty?
Yeah, I can.
My
yeah.
bad, brother. Somebody trying to call me. What up, champ?
What's going on? What's going on?
What's going on with
So
your
so
buck 50?
Not much, man.
How you been,
so
man?
so Scotty,
Go ahead, 300.
Well,
no, go ahead. You're good. You're good. I'll tell you in a minute. Go ahead, champ.
No, I'm just
oh shoot,
saying what's up there with your buck 50. How you been feeling, man?
no, man, just chilling, training, crazy stuff popping off, as you can see. people undecided, scared. So it's just I've been chilling though, man.
I like how you coming back at these fighters that's underestimating you, man. You know what I'm saying? You
Oh,
pretty
I
much,
love it. I love it. I think that's better for me, man. They always, yeah, I'm a sleeper, and I love it like that, man. I want them to come and underestimate me, and just I love it. So it's a good thing to me. It kind of motivates me. I love it.
hey, your pops was speaking about how they were saying you was training out of a garage, but they the ones who called you out, and they've been fighting on
Yeah,
PBC.
yeah. I don't get that. I don't understand how. I think that's why, like my pops was saying, they didn't expect us to accept it. That's all it is. Ain't nothing more than that. They called us out. We accepted it. Now they want to. They just talking at this point. That's all it is. They're just talking.
What you think about Vito as a fighter in general? You know what I'm saying? What are your
I
thoughts on
mean,
Vito?
he not bad, but it's really he's just a power guy. Ain't nothing too much special about him. He just all power.
Looking at how you was raised up in boxing, you're now 18-0 undefeated, and they took a loss before they even hit 10-0. What do you see the issue was there? Did they push him too fast out of high school, or did they just didn't have the proper way of raising him in the sport of
A
boxing?
little bit of both. I say a little bit of both. They probably like same thing they trying to do to me. They underestimated me when it came to that one dude. He was asleep, and that dude came and brung it.
Yeah.
They was moving too fast, man. A lot of cats they like to laugh about us, and that's like you. I heard you talking. They be quick to take it out, and they want to come back and do what I did. Be too late by then.
Hey, should you you remember when they say the game is to be sold, not told? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I
Maybe
was
you
talking
should
about
sell
yeah.
the game to it there, Mike. Maybe you should sell the
Nah, they
game
don't
to
be want. They
him,
don't be
man.
want to listen, man. Because you people, that's all they talk about is my opponents or this and that. So I ain't- it's we already gave the blueprint, man. They ain't listening.
Y'all did, man. And I'm thinking they finding out it's not as easy as how Team Williams did it. You know, I salute your pops
Yeah,
for all the dedication and work he's put into your boxing career, man. And I've been able to see how you were coming up through the ranks, man. And I have to salute
yeah,
you for showing that toughness. Because I was telling your pops last night, right? When you took that fight against LaShawn Alcox and you faced them knockdowns, you came up and you was walking beside me. You say, "Hey, Scotty," you know, I was telling him that you wasn't letting it weigh on your mind heavy,
Oh
man.
nah.
You know what I'm saying? You got
I
over
mean,
that. And you was
it's a
moving
part of
on.
the game. That's why,
Yeah.
man. When this is for you, you don't trip nothing like that. I know it's a part of the game. I mean, you don't want it to continue to happen, but it's boxing, so
Yeah, man, I salute you for your toughness, man. You definitely grown up as we expected. And this fight with Vito Mielniki, man, do you think it's possibly gonna go down? Are they gonna continue to say, we're gonna play games and not take the fight? They just wanted to, I don't know if they cloud chasing or what, man. But how you
yeah.
gonna
At this
call
point, I
somebody
don't know
else?
either.
How you gonna call somebody out and then don't want to take the fight?
I like my pops saying. I think they were just talking. They were trying to use it against us. If we said no, then they got caught up. It was too late by then. So now they trying to back out. And you know how we are. It's too late for that. We
Yeah.
can't go nowhere.
Hey, what do you think they see in you, Mike, to call you out like that? What was their thought process before calling y'all out?
Shoot, I don't even know.
I mean, what was
I
easy?
don't
What
even
did
know
they see
honestly.
that was easy about you,
I
dog?
guess they. I guess they. I think they go by my opponents saying I ain't fight nobody. So they like he ain't fight nobody tough. So he ain't got nothing to worry about. Well, he gonna be easy work because he ain't all his guys has been easy. So he ain't faced nobody like me before. I think that's what they think.
So let's bring this up then. How many MMA slash boxers have you fought in your career? Like 4, 5, right?
Yeah, about 4 or 5.
I mean, it's a lot of boxers out there that haven't even touched another fighter that has dual combat
Yeah,
sports.
and the guys in the MMA people I fight in the MMA, they records be like real good. They just compete against cats like me in boxing, but their MMA record is nice.
Not to mention the one you fought that was overweight, and you still end up
Oh,
knocking them out and stopping them.
exactly. What was that? I think I was fighting like super middleweight for that fight. I don't think they look at that though. They overpass that stuff, and I guess you just look at the records.
So what do you think you're gonna have to train for Vito if the fight take place, man? What do you think is one strong point Vito Mielniki has?
Scotty, you gotta if they take the fight, you'll see, man. You'll
I
see,
thought you were
Scotty.
gonna say
We ain't got nothing
the
to worry
size,
about.
because Vito up here looking
Huh?
like he's about to try out for a football team. I thought you was gonna say his size.
Oh yeah. We already got that's the main thing. That's the size. He just like I said, man. He's all power. His main goal is to rush him and overpower him, and we already know that. So if they come with that game plan, they already lost.
And your strength, of course, working off the jab, putting your punches together.
My footwork, speed. It's just I don't know why they kind of call us out. It's literally like the same. I'm like a better, way better. What's that guy you just fought and lost to?
James Martin.
Yeah, I'm like a taller, better. It's like I'm like a 5.0 version of him. I don't know why they're gonna take the fight and try to call us out.
I think your footwork, man, people underestimate your footwork and how quick you truly are. And also you got defense, man. Period. We can't overlook the defensive aspect of your boxing cachet, man. I don't know, man. I look forward to this fight, Mike, because it's gonna be good both ways. But I think you're
I'm
way
sure it's gonna
better
be good.
fighter than Vito, dog. You're way better fighter than Vito. You're much quicker than he is. You use your footwork, you use your ring generalship, and it's gonna show, man.
Yeah, like I said, if they relying on power, it's a done deal for them, man. They better hope to have a plan B, whatever they got to do. But I'm telling you, they just focusing on power and size. That's not gonna work.
What's going on, 300?
Let
I ain't know
their
you was
ass
back
know,
there.
son. Yeah, let their ass know, son. No, that's good.
Yeah,
The people need to hear from Mike Jr. You know what I'm saying? So that was great that you had me backstage. I was just enjoying it. But going back to earlier, real quick, Scotty, and I'll let you get back to Mike. I don't for Vito and his dad to even take shots and say Mike Jr. has or Mike Jr.'s guys' records or this and that, or Mike is fighting in botches, or Mike got dropped, but you turn around. Why call us out then? You knew all this going in, so we wasn't something that you was interested in. Why even fucking call us out? But then
I agree.
again, they set up all night watching those Mike Jr. videos, and his dad said, "Nah." You know, he looking at Vito and he's saying his son, "Vito, you can beat him, right? Huh? Huh, Vito, you can beat Junior, huh?" And you know, Vito, he's a nice young man. He's a nice young man. Yeah, Pop. Yeah, Pops. But deep down inside, he's like, "Damn, Pops, y'all done got me in some shit. Now I gotta go fight this dude, and he's better than the dude that I lost to." You feel me?
Yep.
They'll never admit it, so I'll admit it for them. But it's too late for that. We're not gonna let people call us out and then back away. See, if we would have kept this shit quiet, then it would have been real smooth. Nah, we're not doing that, man. We got to establish some kind of respect for our team. You feel me?
Hey,
Simple as
and
that.
y'all always
Yes.
you always represent. You know what it is, 300. Every time somebody come from Mike, it's pretty much it's settled down a little bit now that he's 18-0, vice what it was when he was around 10-0. You know what I'm saying? And I was talking to
Yeah.
I was telling 150 earlier that a lot of people thought raising the fighter up was easy, and before they even get 10-0, they end up taking a loss. What is your advice to the ones
Yeah.
who underestimate the hard work and your creativity that you put in raising him as a boxer?
My advice, to these fighters, young fighters and their teams. Stop worrying about Mike Jr. Worry about yourself. Because getting to 18-0, 19-0, 20-0 is tough. I don't care if you call the guys cab drivers. I don't care if they work for UPS. It's tough, and that shit's expensive. Worry about yourself. Worry about yourself. We doing things the right way. See, these jokers, they talk they shit, but at the end of the day, Mike Jr. can really fight. I don't care if we fight your mother and knock her out. At the end of the day, while we beating up your mom, Mike Jr. is going to display his skills. Don't matter to us. He can really fight. He can really fight.
Hey, I guess they thinking he's still little Mike, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't know what they looking at. You
He's so
know,
cool.
I don't want to put no names out there, but you know, it's some young fighters out in the game that's finding out it's not as easy to emulate what Mike has been able to do. You know, he about to step into the ring for his 19th professional fight. You know what I'm saying? That's a big deal. What you think about that 150? I mean, for a while when you was back at 10, your dad was talking about this right here, this getting you to 18, 17, and 18 and 0 years ago.
Fact.
That's facts. Yeah, I mean, like you've been talking, man. We just hard work, man. It's definitely not hard to come all the way up to 18-0. So we've been putting in the work, and we finally here. So it's great to me. Man, it's a goal that we passed, man. There's more to come. So
You know, being on the eve of your 19th professional fight, man. What do you learn the most this stage in your career?
I'm just gaining more experience, man. Just the experience of getting in the ring, fight by fight, just learning more about and more. So I feel like every fight is a different learning experience, and I'm just gaining more experience, man. The more I get older, and more fights I have, I'm going to get better. So
What was your thought process, man? Your dad had mentioned it plenty of times before about the tough opponents you face. You end up being dropped in the ring, but got up to rise to the occasion. What was your thought process in facing adversity and then pulling through and still getting that victory, man?
I mean, ain't no thought process. I just know I'm a tough dude, man. So for you to stop me, you gonna have to like try to kill me, because I know no knockdown is definitely ain't gonna stop me. I'm not gonna lay there. I'm gonna
Yeah,
get up and continue to do what I got to do, man. This is boxing. This is for me. So a knockdown is definitely nothing. So you got to do more than just knock me down, man, for me to stop. So it ain't no thought process. It's just the heart, man. I'm tough. That's knockdown ain't gonna stop me, man.
talk your shit that 150. I
Nah,
was
it's facts, bro.
talk
Nah, it's
your shit,
facts.
He,
dog.
Nah, it's facts.
he's well balanced, bro. Like when it comes to getting dropped in a fight, it happens. I don't care who you fight. If y'all exchanging punches, it's going to happen. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So to be honest with you, man, those knockdowns were a blessing, and the knockdowns that he received, those guys were heavy punches. It's
yeah,
not like he just got caught by some dudes who you know what I'm saying. Nah, he he took some shots that we all was like, damn. We all said, damn, this is the one we just lost. All of us. And when he rises up, we like, damn. Even our head coach Roy Jones is like, damn, he got up because he don't have to get up. You know what
yeah,
I'm saying? He got up. You feel me? See, here's the difference, man. Little Vito can talk his shit, and he's supposed to. And he talked about Mike Jr. getting dropped, but Mike Jr. got dropped and won. You stood on your feet and got your ass beat and lost. So I'd rather get dropped, get up and win, than get my
yeah.
ass beat standing up and lose. So, you know what I mean? So these jokers be talking crazy, man. They be talking nonsense. They don't have nothing to stand on. Just take the fight. Y'all started this shit. My son doesn't mess with nobody. Even my big mouth ass didn't even look at them to be opponents. But
Yeah.
since you knocked on our door, now you getting us, bro. Now they getting us. That's it.
There's
So
only
that's
one way
it.
to give
Yeah,
it to
I'll
them.
stop. Yeah, this go either take the fight or get on camera and say, Michael Williams Sr., Mike Jr., we're sorry for even fucking with y'all. We apologize, man. My son is just, we can't handle that right now.
Yeah,
And I'll say, you know what, Vito? You're right. Now get your dumb ass out of here and go play with somebody else. And then we'll move
absolutely,
on.
man.
That's it. That's it. We'll move on, bro.
And tell the fight fans how special this fight would be if it does indeed take place, man, because y'all all have a history with Newark. You know what I'm saying? It'll be a big fight to have over there in your backyard, man. You know, a lot of people don't know
Yeah,
King
man.
Williams over in that nest and egg too, just like
Yeah,
Vito.
Yeah.
we're from Jersey. We're from New Jersey. Um, I'm from Atlantic City, New Jersey. Mike Jr.'s mom is from Newark, New Jersey, and we lived in Newark. I lived in Newark, New Jersey for 15 years, but his mom is from Jersey. Mike Jr. is from Newark, New Jersey. So Mike Jr. was born, he was an Army baby, and as a baby, he moved to back home to Jersey in Newark, New Jersey. He didn't move to North Carolina till he was about the age 8. You know what I'm saying? So he still goes back and forth from North Carolina to Jersey. So that's a nice little Jersey fight. All the people that they know, we know the same people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So that Prudential Center is gonna be packed. And then I feel like we bring a little bit more to the table than Vito. You know what I'm saying? Vito has a nice following. I see it. You know what I'm saying? One thing about me, you know me, Scotty. I always tell the truth. I'm not a hater. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
Vito has a nice following. So Mike Jr. and Vito alone will pack that Prudential Center. I'm
yeah,
telling you, and it would be a treat on Christmas Day for those guys to be in the ring. They're young fighters. You know,
yeah.
some fights we don't have to wait. This is one that we can go ahead and make. But I understand the fear that Big Vito has. You see, he's 9-1. They don't want to be 9-2. See, Mike
Correct.
Jr. Mike Jr. is looking to be 19-0 here next week. If we lost, bro, we don't care about losing. We don't care about none of that. I know my son's going to go out there and do his best. Do his best. He's going to give his best effort. See, that's one of the things we did a long time ago. We got that fear shit out the way.
Absolutely.
We don't care about losing because at the end of the day, my junior's an entertainer. Like he said on Instagram, he's an entertainer. He understands. So to entertain the boxing fans, somebody has to lose. See, this is what I installed to my son when he was little. So Mike Jr.'s not going to be like these other fighters that's out here, scared to lose. But I understand that these other fighters too. Everyone is scared to lose because boxing fans are so freaking effed up mentally that they don't treat you like a professional team, like a basketball team or a football team, right? Where if you lose the next season, you get to start over again, and your same fans still ride with you. See, boxing, they abandon you. So I think these boxing fans, you're to blame too. Why we don't get the best fights because you're not loyal. But this fight
Hey,
right here, to answer your question, this fight right here, to answer your question, Vito and Mike Jr., that'll be awesome. That'll show the other little guys, the other young fighters, man, y'all can fight each other. It's okay. It's okay. But Mike Jr. is going to beat his ass. I guarantee you that. Vito ain't going. Vito ain't making it 8 and 10 rounds with Mike Jr. And we're not doing 6. Don't try to take the easy way out and get 6 rounds. No.
was
Put your
that
big
even
boy
a
pants
question?
on, like, bro. Listen, they've been backing out so much. So when they originally called us, they called us for 8. Then they told us 10. We said yes to both. Then they started back, bro. They kept backing out, all the way to the point they were like, well, we don't fight Mike Jr. How about we let Mike Jr. be on the PBC card under Vito? Come on, man.
Hey,
Ain't no
it seemed like they
negotiating
was
when you
trying to
try to play
stun
us.
y'all. It seemed like they was trying to stun you.
Yeah, ain't nah, you can't do that to our team, man. We independent, smart. We independent and smart, and we come with a lot too, bro. We come with Roy Jones. You know what I'm saying? Now Christy Martin then got involved. Mike Jr. Started with Christy Martin. We come with a lot, man, and we smart. We got a smart team. You can't son us. Mike Jr. is a young OG in this game, bro. He a young OG. He a young OG. All the young prospects are trying to get where he at.
Y'all
And
got a lot of work.
every young prospect that speak Mike Jr.'s name or wish Mike Jr. is bad, they lose. They lose. Every young prospect that talk crazy about Mike Jr., they lose.
We've
Leave us
seen it
alone.
happen. Yep.
A little voodoo. We got that little voodoo.
I mean, that's them.
Hey man, they underestimate the game that
Ah,
300. I told you you should start
yeah.
working for, you should start, putting your services out there so they can. But I remember I told you, I said you should start putting your services out there for these fighters. And you said, no, I'm focused on my son. That's it.
That's a fact. I got you, Stan Scotty. That's a compliment. I appreciate you, man. I can't help no other fighters until I get my junior a world title. You know what I'm saying? Because I realize some of these other teams with their fighters, they run their boxing careers like they back in the amateurs. I want to fight you. I call you. I call you. Now, it don't work like that in the pros. You see, your pro record, that's your credit score. You need to build your record. You build your record, the money's going to come. The offers is going to come. You know what I'm saying? But they should know that already, but they don't get it, bro. They don't get it. So, but one thing we know, Vito will never reach 19-0.
Wordplay.
Never.
I feel you. I feel you.
Vito will never reach 19-0 or 20-0. And Vito's stuck in the middle too. I actually feel sorry for Vito, man, because he's a nice young man, and I know my son's going to beat him bad, but he's stuck in the middle. He's a heavy kid. He's big. He can't go down to 140 because he can't make that weight. He's at 147. The guys are just faster than him. You know what I'm saying? He can't go to 54 because those guys whip him real bad. So, it is what it is. So we just going to get our win off of Vito, and then we just going to leave, man. That's all. Ain't that right,
What
champ?
Facts.
And what did Roy say? I know he heard about it already.
Well,
I know
well,
you can't say everything, but
you're right. Exactly. When it comes to Roy Jones, he's just waiting to see what happens. Roy is definitely not me. I do the talking for the team. Roy just trains Mike Jr. He stays out of this shit right here. He's just waiting to see. Once they sign a contract, then Roy just focused on Mike Jr. That's
yeah.
it. Let's get this shit done. Roy don't say much. He don't say anything about this. He just want to know, did they sign it or they taking it? What's the date? You know what I'm saying? And that's it. And that's what I love about Roy. Me, I'm dad. I'm gonna talk my shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking my shit.
Yeah. Well, I know y'all got things to do, man. I wanted to drop on here and hopefully, we'll be able to chop it up again, man. Because this, it's took fire on IG already. People up here talking about it, and we're looking forward to an end of the year banger if it's signed. You know what I'm saying? And Team
Yeah.
Vito commit to it. I'm definitely looking forward to seeing Mike step in the ring this month. For that 19th victory, of course. Then,
Yes,
Vito,
sir.
that'll be icing on the cake at the end of the year for him to go in there and get that 20 professional victory. And speaking of voodoo, then Elvis Rodriguez was, circulating around, fight Mike, and then he ended up he took his first L too.
That's another one. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Elvis. But they threw his name in the mix to fighting Mike Jr. We stayed calm and cool. You see, I don't promote my son to be a killer. Mike Jr. is not a killer. He's talented. It's the difference. These guys promote themselves as killers. So when you promote yourself as a killer, you got to deal with all that dumb shit that come with it. All that I'll fight anybody. No. We won't fight anybody unless the money's right. Then Mike Jr. say yeah, no. You know what I'm saying? But Elvis' name was brought up about fighting Mike Jr. We stayed calm and cool. he took a loss. I'm telling you, man, all these young prospects that they try to throw up and want to match up with Mike, they either lose, back out of the fight, or we can't get it. You know what I'm saying? So we stay cool. We independent, bro. We can do whatever we want, and we might not fight the best people that other people want us to see, but we fight what our budget allows. So
Yeah.
again, Mike Jr. is going to continue to get better, bigger, better, stronger, and we're going to keep winning. That's it. Take
Hey,
your shot
150.
now. Take your shot now because they're going to mess around. Mike Jr. be 40-0.
Yeah, for real. Easy. Hey, 150. My
Easy.
last question to you. You about to
But
step back into Alabama. You know what I'm saying? 116 boxing promotion. You coming off a
Yeah,
tough
shout out
fight.
to
You headed
Brandon.
back to Alabama again, man. You know what I'm saying?
oh
How
yeah,
you feeling heading into this fight?
I'm excited, man. Especially coming off of that last fight, and I'm just excited to get back in the ring. It's been a little while, so just that urge to get back in there, man. I'm excited to get that 19 victory.
Do you
It's
feel you've
always fun.
earned more fight fans fighting over in Alabama, since you've had that
Oh
experience
yeah,
now?
oh yeah. I gained a lot. I feel like it's more haters. It's more haters than support. But the haters, it's a lot of them. Them haters gonna come out. They're gonna come out to watch. But yeah, definitely getting known out there in Alabama.
That's what's up, man. It's
You
always
know
a
what,
pleasure.
Scott? You know what, Scotty, man? To add on to what Junior was saying, man, and these are things that we discussed in the house. You know what I'm saying? I told Junior embrace that. You know what I'm saying? Because he's such, my son is such a good young man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But some people just hate for no reason. But it's so great, bro, to have haters because now look, and shout out to Brandy from 116. When we come to Alabama, it's about 100 and something people that pay to come and boo Mike Jr.
Yeah.
That's a beautiful thing. That's a beautiful thing.
And he
Beautiful
does handle it well. He's not, he's not the one on social media instigating the fight. You know what I'm saying?
thing. Yeah.
But when he steps into the ring, you have more people, some cheering him on, some not. We leave it at that. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
Hey, man, I salute you 150 once again, man. You keep on doing what you're
Yes,
doing
sir, Scotty.
the right way and the only way that Team Williams know how to, man. And we'll see you up in Alabama again, man, for that 19th professional fight. You know what I'm saying? And get that
Yes, sir.
next dub
Showtime.
on the
Yes, sir.
record, man.
19-0 for sure.
Yes, sir. Any words you want to say to your fans out there, 150? That support you.
I mean, hey, I just appreciate y'all support, man. And Vito, man, stop ducking, man. Stop ducking, man. Let's get it popping.
What's
December
quacking?
25th, man.
What's
What's
quacking, Mike?
cracking? What's
Hey, Junior,
cracking?
tell
Yeah,
Vito what's quacking.
man. And what's quacking, Vito, man? Christmas Day, let's get it popping in New Jersey, man. Let's get it.
Hey, just to let the fans know, 300 the one came up with that term. You know what I'm saying? What's quacking? That's the first
What's
time I ever heard
quacking? That's dope.
Yeah, what's
We need to put that on a
quacking?
shirt or
Yeah.
something.
Our services is still available to Mr. Haney too. You know what I'm saying? We don't forget shit.
it.
Oh, our services, and I'll say this in every video, our services also still available for Mr. Ryan Garcia as well. You know what I mean? We love T.O. to death. But T.O., our services are available. These guys might want an easy fight. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They might want a step up fight. No, not a step up. Not a step up, excuse me. They might want a tune up fight.
Like a,
So
yeah,
Yeah.
I say tonight, yeah.
Mike Jr. is available for that. You know what I mean? Shout out to our bro Adrian Bronner. You know, he fought that kid who was 14-0. Again, Mike Jr. is available. You know what I mean? In case you want to get in the ring and knock the ring rust off, you know, we'll tune your ass up. When you want to tune up, call Mike Jr. We'll tune you up. Get you right. You,
Yes, sir.
you might lose. You might lose fucking around with 150. But you know,
Yeah.
we'll put on a great show, man. You know what I'm saying? It won't be our fault if you lost. We just giving you a tune up.
Yep. That's all.
Yeah, right out of the garage. Right, hey, Junior, right out of the
Right
garage.
in the garage. Yeah. That's
Yeah,
facts.
yeah, baby.
With
Heard up.
depending on the temperature, 300, depending on the temperature outside, the door might be up, or the door might be down. You know what I'm saying?
That, that's a fact, Scotty. I love you, bro. You with us, bro. You part of our team, man. We appreciate you. You know our team better than anybody, man. You know what I mean? And on a serious note, they sleeping on my son, but I'm starting to think they're not sleeping because Vito's team realized that nah, I think this might not be smart. But I want them to, Vito need to go ahead and take this one, man. You know what I mean? Share some of that love, man. It's okay to get beat up. It's all right, bro. It's
Yeah,
okay.
it's not the first time they heard trash talking. Come on, it happens in the sport of boxing. Don't take it
Yeah,
personal.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, Mike Jr., it is kind of scary because he did lose to. Shout out to my man. What's my man name? Martin.
James Martin.
Yeah.
What was? Shout out to
James
James
Martin.
and shout out to Mr. Martin, right? But Mike Jr. is 6 foot, 6'1", better footwork, better boxing skills. Vito, I
That's
want
why
you
I
to
was
take this
confused.
fight. Yeah, they
And that
call. Yeah,
extended.
I don't know, Mike, man. I'm confused too, son. This whole thing got us all confused, man. But you know, I think they're going to take it, though. To be honest with you, man, I think Vito, a big Vito home right now, taking his blood pressure pills. You know what I mean? Can you fucking believe this guy? Yeah, Big Vito, you ain't seen shit yet. And don't
Nah,
try
you
to call
can.
Roy neither. Hey, Scotty, they'll try to call Roy to calm me down. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
that's
Nah.
what they do. Hey, that's what they do to calm you down, man. They
Yeah,
give Roy a
you ain't
call.
seen
Hey,
nothing yet.
Roy.
They ain't seen nothing yet. Just make that damn fight. The little Vito and Big Vito gonna be home stressed. They're gonna be home stressing, both of them. Not even
Yeah,
eating. They're
King
not
Vito,
gonna
you
eat
know
their
what it is.
spaghetti. Hey, Junior,
You,
they're not gonna eat their spaghetti.
Yeah.
you know what it is,
They,
King
they,
Vito, man.
yeah,
Take the
they
fight.
spaghetti. They're not gonna even eat their mom's spaghetti. Palms are sweaty.
Hey, they gonna
You
they
know
gonna
we
call
coming, baby.
they gonna call Christy
Huh?
Martin too. Before you get off this line, they gonna hit
Yeah.
Roy up, and they gonna call Christy too.
Yeah. We sharing this, baby. Don't even worry about it. Don't even worry. They should. We'll stop if they apologize because I know they don't want. I get it. I'm a father, man. Big Vito is like, man, that's not a great fight for us. That was stupid of me. I don't know what I was thinking. He was probably listening to all the rumors. Little rumors, the little haters be talking about Mike Jr. And then when they really looked at it for themselves, it's like, fuck. It's like this kid can actually fight. Yeah, we know. We know. You gonna see too. You because I know my son, bro. If they fight Christmas Day, my son's turning into a whole nother animal, bro. I know in New Jersey, in a Prudential Center,
Yeah.
That's gonna be
on
lit,
national
man.
TV, on
Yep.
national TV, my son is gonna be in rare form. It's gonna be sad. It's gonna be sad because I know mentally Vito's not gonna be able to take that, bro. Because my son got some, Mike Jr. got some shit with him. Scotty, you know, you might even see the
The
shimmy again,
shimmy.
the return of
The
the
shimmy.
shimmy.
Yes. Hey, we only
Hey
saw
Junior,
that
hey
one
Mike
time, dog. We
Junior,
might get the shimmy again, dog.
hey, remember what happened to the big dude that they said you was gonna lose to, the big middleweight,
In the middle. Yeah.
the light
You
heavyweight,
talking about
whatever he
that?
was. That motherfucker
Yeah.
was huge. Hey
Yeah.
Scotty, that dude was huge. He was huge. Same size as Vito.
Yeah.
When Vito filled Mike Jr.'s right hand, man, listen, the return of the shimmy.
And he might even show off the shoes again. He might give us a double play. You know what I'm
Man,
saying?
man, Mike Jr. going to show out, man. You know what I mean? Mike Jr. going to show out. I hope it is 8, 10 rounds too. because Mike Jr. is in shape.
You gotta be
Shape,
eight,
shape,
man.
shape, shape,
If Vito,
shape,
if
shape.
Vito didn't show up talking about 6, man, that would be disappointing for real.
Yeah,
Because I'm thinking of it like this:
that's yeah.
if they do 6 rounds at 3, it's more so they're trying to come out fast. You know what I'm saying? So if it don't work, it's only a 6 round, and they hope to get the decision or whatever. They're 8. It comes down to the boxing. You know what I'm saying? He got the box. If the shit don't work out
You
with
know,
his frontal attack, his barrage in the beginning, he got the box, and that's gonna be trouble.
you know. I'm gonna say this on your show. If it's 6 rounds, we know we probably not gonna do that, bro. Or we're gonna charge them so much money because that's a waste of our time, bro. Like, come on, man. Vito claims that he's elite. You know what I'm saying? He told my son there's levels to this shit. So he better not come at us with no 6 round fight, man. Come on, bro. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
for real.
We
Don't do
fighting
that.
eight. We fighting 8 and 10. You know what I mean? Yeah. Mike Jr. Be in shape to do 12 rounds, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's one of the reasons why he can get dropped and get back up
Yeah,
and still finish the fight and look fresh because
yeah.
he's always in shape, man. You know what I mean? I hope. I mean, they already playing themselves as it is by calling us out to fight and backing out. I hope they don't say nothing stupid like that. You know what I mean? And then I'm gonna be back on all these platforms blasting their ass. You know what I'm saying? That's stupid. You know what I mean? At that point, just say Vito, my son is not ready for Mike Jr. And it's okay. You know what I'm saying? Because we've said stuff like that. You know what I mean? If my son's not ready for a type of fighter, we'll say it. It's okay, bro. It's okay. You know what I'm saying? But they're gonna learn, bro. They're gonna learn. They're gonna start saying it.
And if they're looking for a
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
backstory,
Yeah,
if anybody has a
huh?
storyline, it's Team Williams. I mean, y'all been to the trenches on up to now. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got it out the mud just like everybody else is going to put in hard work. I don't
Yeah.
know what the storyline has to be. What are they talking about? Some storyline big enough?
I'm so glad you brought that up without getting off the show, Scotty. We might as well run it all the way to 60 minutes. They full of shit. They full of shit. This guy, and I'm gonna tell the public we'll watch the video talking about. The message got back to us. Vito talking about they don't want to fight Mike Jr. because there's no storyline behind the fight between him and Mike Jr. First of all, every fight that Vito has had, it hasn't been no freaking storyline. Even the fights he had that were on TV. Don't try to pull that shit with us. Mike Jr. is the biggest fighter that Vito has that Vito will ever face right now. And we're independent. Mike Jr. has
Mm-hmm.
more fans than Vito. Mike Jr. has more fans than Vito,
Killing me,
and
bro.
and and you're signed, bro. What you
You
say, Julius?
signed.
Oh, this shit fucked up. And Vito signed. You feel me? Mike Jr. in this fight, Mike Jr. will be coming with Roy Jones. Christy Martin will be there. How much storyline do you need, bro?
I I
They
I,
both
I
from New
hear you.
Jersey. You feel me? Come on, bro. That's bullshit, man. That's bullshit. And they know it. And the more Big Vito talk or whoever's representing this team, they looking bad. You know what I'm saying? Send us. Let me see. You know I like guns, Scotty. Send me $1,000 gift card. I can get a nice Glock with that and some ammo. Send Mike Jr. a nice little gift, and we'll shut up. They gotta start taking care of us. We high price hoes. You know what I mean? We don't ask for a lot.
Be nice,
You gotta start taking care
but
of us.
compensation is mandatory. Compensation is mandatory. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man, that clown shit, man. Talking that stupid stuff, man. These guys, you tried to call my son out, and you didn't expect us to say yes. We said yes, and now y'all like, fuck, man. Yeah, yeah. We
And
want that fight, brother.
while they bullshitting, they don't want the storyline to be that they on the pound for pound what's quacking list too, along with Ryan Garcia, and the rest of them. You know what I'm saying? They
Yeah,
don't want to be on the West quacking pound for pound list now.
They always making us. I remember when we reached out to fight Ryan Garcia, man, and his team told us, a representative from his team told us we didn't have enough 8 rounders at the time. These jokers don't want Mike Jr. to shine, man. But Mike Jr. is going to shine regardless. And then they get mad and talk shit and say we ain't fighting nobody, we fighting bums, man. And half these boxers don't even understand that. Yo, we fight what our budget allow. That's just simply what it is. We're independent. You know what I mean? We can't afford to get these fighters from Mexico and Argentina that got the nice records that they be used, you know, the ones that they use on PBC and Top Rank and shit. We can't afford that. We can't afford that. That's why your record looks so fucking good, because y'all got money to get the guys. Hold on, bro. First of all, so all you boxers that's watching this, all you jokers are spoon-fed. All your fights are handpicked for you. Don't talk that shit to my son and our team. All of y'all. Y'all ain't really fighting the best. None of y'all fighting the best. The fuck out of here. The older fighters are, but you young motherfuckers ain't fighting nobody. You still, and then some of y'all are being spoon-fed and still losing.
Man, that's facts, man. You ain't never lied.
Some of you, they hand picking fights. Like Vito, he was supposed to beat Martin. He lost. Hey, no, hold on. My man Money Mike with me. What was the storyline behind Martin and Vito? Go ahead, Scotty. I'll wait. Let me know.
What was the storyline behind Martin and Vito, man? What was the storyline?
It wasn't no storyline. The storyline was Vito was gonna lose that night. That's what it was. That's what it was. They picked the wrong team, bro. They fucked up when they picked us. They could have played this shit with anybody else. They fucked up. Simple as that. And me and Big Vito can make some money too. My man, shout out to Zab Judah. They got celebrity boxing, all that shit. Man, you can make some money, and I'll beat Vito ass too. Big Vito, I'll beat your ass too. You can talk that fucking Italian shit to me and see how far it gets you. You know what I mean? Matter of fact, and I'm gonna bring this shit in every interview too. Shout out to my man Brian Lee. You know Lee. They were doing business with Vito and them, right? Big Vito called B. Lee on the phone, Brian Lee on the phone, and talked crazy to him.
Okay.
Try that shit with me. Try that shit with me. Rip my head off and shit down my neck and eat a sandwich with me. He told Brian Lee some shit like that. I'll fucking rip your head off and shit down your neck and make a sandwich. Try that shit with me. Try that shit with me, man. Get your ass knocked the fuck out. And we got guns too. You feel me? So let our sons be cool. Either take the fight and let our sons be great. Don't get slick, Vito.
And he means it too. He means it. He ain't just out here capping.
Hell yeah.
That's real.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I'm just talking shit. That's that Pepsi. That's that caffeine in that Pepsi.
Yo, man. But it's
Scotty, I love you, man. Let me get off.
Yeah, for sure, man.
Hell yeah, it's real talk. Hey, I meant every goddamn word I said, baby. Hey, but look, Scotty, I love you, bro. I'm gonna get off of here, man. You know what I mean? We'll be back through too, bro.
Your boy just pulled up.
What happened?
Mr. TKO.
Who?
You know who that is?
Al Tariq?
Yeah, Al Tariq in the building.
Al Tariq. Yeah. He been watching? Shout out to my bro Al Tariq. Happy birthday to my bro Al. Yesterday was his birthday.
Okay. Shout out to you, man. Happy birthday to you.
Yeah. Samoa B.
Samoa B. Square.
You know, he laughing right now. I know my bro. He laughing right now. He clapping his hands right now. He laughing. Scratching his beard. I love Al Tariq, man. My bro Al Tariq can tell you our team different, Scotty. You know that, man. You know, if we cool, if they cool, we cool. We'll take it to any level, any team in boxing want to take it to. For real, bro. You know what I mean? Because these people be tripping out here. Oh, shit. Oh, man. Vito! Got the mic at night. I'm on your ass, Vito. I'm talking to big Vito. I ain't talking to little Vito. Little Vito, a good young man.
Yeah.
I'm talking to the daddy, baby. I knock boxing dads out. I'm in shape, baby. Vito, big Vito, I'm in shape, baby. You got every interview I'm on their ass, bro.
Call Zab. Call Zab there, Vito.
Huh?
Call Zab.
Yeah, celebrity. We could do celebrity boxing. We could, man, that would be great. Me, Big Vito, and me on the undercard of Mike Jr. and Vito, and both the little Vitos lose. Oh baby, you already know it. Fucking trying to tell you, I can't. I wish he would have came on here, bro. He gonna come out there. That's why I'm coming. That's why I told you I'm coming back around. I'm gonna make. Where?
I think they declined. You know, they didn't accept the message that I sent them on IG.
It's okay because they're gonna hear about this, and we're gonna get it around. That's why I said I'm gonna come back around. I'm gonna do my rounds. I think next. Matter of fact, I'm gonna be on the boxing voice next week. He said next week. So you know what I mean. So you already know I'm bringing World Combat Sports over there. Everywhere I go, my brother go. Shout out to you, Scotty. I love you to death. I'll be over there representing the team on all platforms. Sure, then we probably make our way to Fred's. I'm bringing World Combat Sports over there too. You know how we do it.
Yes, sir.
Vito!
Hey, Big Vito, don't say I didn't invite you. I invited you to join. You know what I'm saying? You declined the invite, man.
Big Vito! You can't even eat candy like me. You out of shape like that, Vito. Yeah, I'm gonna have Big Vito trying to do push-ups and shit. What? You what? If our boys fight, he gonna try to put on a little shirt. I wear the little shirts, nigga.
and carry the cachet cases.
You got man, listen. They just don't know what kind of team we are, bro. They fucked up, man. Should have played with somebody else, man. Right up. Shout out to the whole team, Williams, all our sponsors. I love y'all, Scotty. I love y'all. Al Tariq, love you to death, bro. I'm out, bro.
Yeah, man. I love you, bro. Salute. Be safe out there, man.
Peace.
That's what it is. Hey, appreciate everyone for pulling up. That was Team Williams, man. You know, Michael Williams Jr. won 50, of course, 18-0, heading into Alabama on 116 Boxing Promotions. You know, they're doing it big over in Alabama and outside of Alabama. Real talk, you know. She out there doing it, Brandy out there doing her thing. Be sure to tune in. And shout out to you know, Senior 300. They do have a dynamic system as to how, you know, people might not respect it. But listen, people may not respect it. But you know how you have some people, they'll look at something, right? Especially in boxing, because boxing doesn't have a head to the snake, right? There's no head to the snake when it comes to boxing. It's just like shit's everywhere. It's like Medusa. Boxing is like Medusa when you look at it. It's just shit going around everywhere. People get upset when you trash talking boxing when it's been going on for decades, right? Don't change up now, you know, don't sit up here and be all mad and angry when it's just a fight. You know, fighters talk about fighting other fighters all the time, and then we rarely get to see the shit. We rarely get to see the fight that the fighter is calling out. We rarely get to see the shit. Seriously, we rarely get to see it. We're trying to make this into something special. We're trying to make this come to fruition. We're trying to help this fight materialize. Because I know I've heard it myself. You know, people come up here and talk. You talking about, you know, hey, look, I'll be in a whole another region. And somebody come up and ask me about 150. They won't ask his pops. They'll ask me. And for the ones who treated me different, all because of the link up and the connection that I have with the team, right? Being that I am Team Williams, right? I learned a lot from the team in the beginning, especially with media. That's fucked up on your part. It's really nothing I have more to say about it. You know what I'm saying? If you want to take one person and you really didn't show any type of love, no genuine love. You know, it wasn't no family environment or nothing like that. But yet you mad at who I'm connected with. I'm gonna let you deal with that. But when it comes down at the end of the day, this fight right here is big. You know, they bring in Roy Jones Jr., the legend himself. They bring in Christy Martin. They bring in the entertainment value of Michael Williams Jr., who's came up. Came up from the dirt and still growing in boxing. He came up from the dirt. No one can say he ain't put in his time. He ain't put in all the damn training regiment. They definitely can't say the man don't have heart. I don't care who you are, what media personnel or whatever, you can't say he don't have heart. I've seen it myself. If he didn't have heart, some of his tougher fights, even the ones that he was in when the fighter outweighed him, even the ones who was just there to brawl, even the ones who was able to land that shot after trying for freaking 6 or 7 rounds to land it, you know what I'm saying, and still didn't get the victory. You can't say you don't have no heart. So when you taking these analytics and you looking at the entire scope of boxing, every fighter is supposed to be different in his own way, right? So when it comes to 150, just look at him as a different fighter, as a guy that's gonna go out there and box. He's gonna entertain you, and he's gonna be smart about it. Not stupid. He's gonna box smart, and that's very, very important to know. You gotta be smart. We see people trying to emulate the game all the time, man, and they can't even get 10-0. They can't even get a clean slate, 10-0 off the rip. You can't even get 10-0. But I remember when Williams Jr. was around that 10, and so much shit was being talked about him because he was, he had that buzz going out there, especially in NC. You know, it was a big buzz going on. The uniforms he had, the ring walk, his people that he rolled with. It was a big deal, man. The entire entourage, the support system, Roy Jones on deck. That's a big deal at the end of the day. And not every boxer has that. And I can understand why some of y'all are kind of perturbed, upset, belligerent. And, you want to provoke situations and make it seem like something that it isn't. But look at it this way. If boxing, like I say all the time, if boxing had a murderous row of fighters, then we're talking a whole different language. We're talking a whole different conversation, but it doesn't. Fighters build themselves up and build their resume up for a reason. You just looking at Team Williams and you thinking to yourself, damn, how the fuck they able to get him to 18-0? You can sit up here and say all the bullshit talking about, well, he fight. His pops done said that. 300 said that already. Oh yeah, we're gonna get this person, that person. We're gonna keep on building it up. We're gonna do what we gotta do. Smart. You know what I'm saying? Creative minds in the game is not enough of them. Real talk. There's not enough of them. But salute to Team Williams. Continue to get that done. Man, you about to go back on the front lines this month for that 19th professional victory. Looking forward to it, man. Always salute, much respect, and on to the next. And Vito, if you're listening, I sent you the invite. There's nothing personal with me. You ain't never did anything to me. But what you probably didn't know is I am Team Williams. Even when I interviewed you, I was Team Williams. But y'all didn't have no connection. It wasn't nothing you had, that was going to come to a climax in boxing. So right now, that's where we at right now. If you're going to fight, okay, go ahead and fight. It's all good. Don't back out. If he's fighting out of a garage, go up there and knock on that motherfucker and see what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Hey, it should be easy. If he's fighting out of the garage and you fighting out of the big gyms and getting all the big dogs giving you advice in boxing, it is what it is, man. Get it how you live. That's what it is. I want to give a salute to Fight Week too, man. I'll be back on here tomorrow. I just been busy taking care of some stuff, man. But yeah, I'll definitely be back on here tomorrow. This is Fight Week. It's an epic fight week that's going down with Wilder Fury 3, man. You know what it is. Turn up and tune in to World Combat Sports, man. I'm out.